G'day there, it's Duncan here. Putin may be losing the war in Ukraine strategically, even if the fighting on the ground is still brutal and dangerous. Russia has poured enormous amounts of money and manpower into the war effort, yet after years of war, it has taken only tiny slices of territory. The Centre for Strategic and International Studies, a respected Washington-based defence and security think tank, now estimates Russia has suffered around 1.4 million battlefield casualties, including up to 450,000 deaths, while in parts of spring 2026, its territorial position actually shrank despite the enormous cost of the war. The Second World War comparison is damning. In World War II, the Soviet army went from Stalingrad to Berlin in roughly 2.5 years after the turning point. In Ukraine, Russia has been fighting longer than that and has not achieved anything close to a decisive victory. That tells us this is not a powerful army rolling forward. It is a wounded empire grinding men into the mud for scraps of land. The implication is clear. Putin's war is not producing victory, but it is producing danger. Russia has already expanded the war beyond the battlefield through cyber attacks, sabotage, energy pressure, drone and missile attacks, and attacks on Ukrainian cities. Reuters reported Russia's July 2026 strike on Kiev involved dozens of missiles and nearly 500 drones, killing at least 30 people. The warning to the West is simple. Don't mistake Russian weakness for safety. A weakened Russia can still be dangerous. Putin has driven Finland and Sweden into NATO, forced Europe to rearm, yet he still controls nuclear weapons, drones, cyber capabilities, and the machinery of escalation. The United States has warned Polish President Karol Nawrocki that Russia is preparing armed provocations inside Poland while continuing to test NATO with airspace incursions. Putin may be losing, but a cornered dictator remains a serious threat. The West cannot afford to become complacent because whether Putin stays or is replaced, the real question is whether his successor chooses continued confrontation or rebuilding Russia's economy and military through reduced tensions.